I've got a little presentation for you. Got a little presentation about poker. It's only a game, so put up a damn good fight. No, that's the wrong game. Angry Alan has got his own poker channel. You wouldn't believe it. He has live poker with AD. Tips, banter, fun. That's the title of the channel. Live poker with AD, tips, banter, fun. Or it actually says live poker with ad. So you'd think, I don't want to watch poker with adverts. I'll probably not watch that. Tips, banter, fun. There, tips, banter, fun. Ad hobby is poker, live and online. Join him on the poker channel. It says, ad hobby is poker live and online. Join him on the poker channel. 91 subs, 7 videos. Although I can only see 2 here, 2 shorts, and 3 lives. So maybe that adds up to 7. Maybe that's how it works. And I've got some notes. We're going to be talking about this. We're going to be watching some of these poker videos. You're going to love this. This is going to be a good bit, right? I don't know which order to do this in. AD's hobby is poker. We've also got this. Now, this is a site that Martin Dean drew my attention to. Also, we were looking at it on Twitch the other day. Some subbies were talking to me about it, drawing my attention to some things. This is called Sharkscope, and it charts poker stuff. If you type all in Vin onto this, so player not founder has opted out. No way. Hang on. Since yesterday, since my stream. It's okay, I've got it on my stream, so we can just look at my stream. All in Vin, player not founder has opted out. Am I tripping? Who was the other one? Scarlet 7. Player not founder has opted out. Insane. Insane. Am I tripping now? Basic search. Oh no, it's because I'm on this one. All networks. Sorry, all networks. All in Vin. Is me just getting confused there. So this is all in Vin. This is Alan Vinicum, all in Vin. Now, you know he's called all in Vin for his poker playing. If you don't, go and check out our previous episodes about his poker playing, basically. He's called all in Vin. That's his nickname. And there are some people who have made accounts here on different poker apps on phones, on the computers, and they've called their account all in Vin. So this might not be Alan. It could be somebody else in the world has decided to open a poker app and call it all in Vin, right? But we think it's Alan because Alan's poker name is all in Vin. So I'm going to say it's Alan, yeah? You're welcome to believe what you want. They're all different apps. Now, Sky Poker and Global Poker you have to opt in to show the stats. So they're not all there. This one, GG Network, their stats are there. This one's opt in, 888, a pretty big one. But you see how he's in all these different ones, all in Vin, right? And what it will allow you to do, for example, this one, I can click it and I can get the graph. So this is for the Revolution app. This is all in Vin on the Revolution app, Poker Revolution. So when was he playing on this? 2008. It's quite a way back. Of course, it's been his hobby for a long time. Quite a way back. And what's been happening? You start at 0, don't you? And they might give you free bets or something. I don't know how it works. But you put some money in. Thanks to Keely, who was tweeted me about this. I didn't respond to the tweet, sorry. But I have trouble understanding this completely. But, you know, you're welcome to reinterpret it however you want. I'll give everyone the link in chat so you can see these things for yourself if you're good at statistical analysis. I believe what's happening is you put the money in, so the money goes in, so you're at like minus whatever the money is, yeah? Like you're spending money on it and you're going into minus. That's happening, yeah? And then you might win a bit because it goes up sometimes as well. So the money goes up, like you might win some. But this tracks your cumulative, it's called, cumulative total. So from 0, how much money overall have you put in or made or whatever, cumulative, at the end, what's your profit? So this tracks that. And when you do a little win, like this one, won £50 in a tournament. Oh, that's nice. It tells you. Big ups, Keely. Big ups, Keely in chat. Big ups, Keely. Thank you for the $4.99. When it goes up, it's a win, yeah? But that win hasn't took us up above the 0, has it? We're still way down below 0. We're still losing monies. But we won some, so it went up. So this charts the progress of Alan's poker playing on this app. He's won another one there, look. £100. And we've gone up back to 0. We've managed to make it back to 0. So over the course of playing on this app, and this is 2008, and it literally has the dates on it. So 10th, 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 11th, 11th. There's small integer changes. So he's playing about 3 or 4 times a day. Now, we'll see his actual poker playing in a second. We've got the videos. So, but he's playing quite a bit in the day, and then he has a lot of losses, and then a little win, bringing him up, and then it goes down again, and then a little up, and then down again, a little up, and then down again, till at the very end, after being on this app for, what was it, the 1st of the 4th to the 5th of the 6th. So for 2 months, Alan's been on this app, and he's ended up down. He's ended up down. All the wins taken into consideration, all the money he's put in, he's ended up £100 down, minus 100. And then he stopped on the app. So my feel is that he starts off with a zero balance. He puts monies in, he plays the games, he puts the monies in. Over time, it goes down to a point where he's lost a load of monies on it. And like, bear in mind all the winnings he's got, that £100, this £40, this £50, this, they're dollars, sorry, dollars. But all that has gone in to the plus side and been lost. So you kind of add that up as well, don't you? Like, he's not just lost £100, which is what he's really, in real terms, lost on the game, but he's also lost all these ups that he got as well. He got $100 back, but then he lost that, and then he got back, and then he lost that. So it charts the losses, essentially, of one poker account. So in a 2-month period, Alan was able to lose over £100 on this one app, all in Vin Revolution. So then what he does is he moves to a different app. So some of these are not all available for us to see, but for example, the GG network, this one, all in Vin on the GG network, very similar graph. So that's Revolution, that's Party Poker, this GG network, very similar graph. It goes down, right? But this is 2023 now. He put in £16 on the 5th of the 1st, 2023, and it goes down, and it goes down in little integers. I'm assuming each of these integers is another game, another bit of monies, and it goes down. He has a little win here. He won £6, and then it goes down, and this is 2023, and at the end we're at minus 165. So there's a different app. It's like he's got lots of accounts on different apps there, isn't it? And each time he gets down to minus 200 or so, he bins it off and he opens a new one. Over the years since 2008, thanks Susie Jew.
Susie Jew sent tippies. Hi Scott. I just wanted to see the dolphin with the joint. Is this the kind of music you hear coming out of a coma? Glad you're back, X. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Talking of music, I'm going to raise the background music because it's very quiet in the background and it's quite nice Marios music while I do my talking about the poker. And thank you for the tippies. And I've never been in a coma, so I don't know what the music would be like, but we can see that Alan, actually that's too loud now. Mario, calm down. Too loud now. I can never get the right balance. We can see that Alan has a pattern of choosing an app. And bear in mind, I was going to say, since 2008, there have been a lot of different poker companies on the internet. There's been lots of big companies, smaller companies. Some people will give you a free bet to open a new account, you know, all that business. But on these statistics, this is just for all in Vin here. Okay, these ones. Ignore the bottom one. There's one at the top that looks like it's done quite well. In total, he won £100 or so in that one. Crypto, whatever it was, crypto poker. You can also see these statistics. The count, how many times he's been gambling. And for some of them, the count is very high, like 5,000. The average profit, the average stake, the average return on investment. So all of them are negative apart from the one at the top. Okay, and the profit from the one on the top was 127, but all these others were minus, into the minus. We don't see some of the big ones. They're opt-in. Some of the big companies like Sky Poker, Global Poker. We don't get to see those. So you might think, well, Alan has he's got a gambling addiction, and I will say gambling addiction is a very serious thing, and we've actually done an episode on this about gambling, gaming, and addiction. Thus, gambling, gaming, addiction. It's on Super Chuffer, and it should come up if I type in those things, but it didn't, so fuck you. Super Chuffer. Super Chuff. I can't even spell it. Super Chuffer. There it is. Thus, gambling, gaming, and addiction. Right. Come on. Now they can want to see it. There it is. It's got Hulk Hogan and it's got the Machine and it's got Dark Side Phil. And we were talking about Dark Side Phil really, but mobile gaming addiction, we called it mobile gaming addiction. Like, we've done an episode on it. It's a serious thing. So this is Alan's serious problem. Alan's going to describe it, remember, as his hobby, and he does so in his channel. AD Hobby is Poker, yeah? Because if you can describe that harmful addiction as a hobby, then you can sort of get away with it more in your own thinking. It's like a denial. But Alan's got a gambling addiction problem, and you can see it because the statistics bear out. Okay? Now, you might think this is just one aspect of it. Let me show you some other stuff. We've got his channel, and we're going to watch these episodes of him playing some poker. I've made some notes. It's kind of fun. He started a poker channel. This was a massive naivety, and I wish he would do more of it, is to show the people that support him with money how he's pissing it away like this. That's a naive thing to do, isn't it, Alan? That's quite naive. Like, you know, if I started up my crack habit channel and you got to watch me smoking all the crack from all the tippies I got, right, you'd probably think less of giving me tippies, wouldn't you? Obviously, I'm laughing about that. Crack's pretty serious as well, and I'm not smoking any, so just listening to Mario music and playing computer games, thank you. But yeah, so on this, Alan's going to take you through a couple of games. We're going to watch them together with him. And in this one, Alan's character is Scarlet 7. So he's not called All In Vin on this one. He's called Scarlet 7. And on this one... Meow. This one he's still Scarlet 7. And on this one, the live tournament, he renames himself again as Matt Monroe. So Alan's got 3 different... Remember, he always goes on about he's always himself and he's not hiding behind different fake accounts and all that. Alan's got 3 different accounts for these poker things that are not all in Vin. So when you go back to Shark Poker and you add these in as well, so Scarlet 7, assuming there's probably just one account with... Oh no, hang on, wait. So you've got all the all in Vin stuff, and now we've also got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Scarlet 7s, and they show a very similar pattern of increasing losses, some of them to the point of 300 minus profit history, minus 300. Like, this one's pretty bad as well, but it's in smaller integers. But I mean, this one's a good example. Scarlet 7 on CryptoLogic. This was the same one that he won £100 off. On a different account, he's been losing and losing all the way down to £600. So you have these problems, and they get worse when you have multiple accounts. I'm just going to quickly let the cat in. Can anyone spot on this graph as well what I'm going to pull out? You might be able to spot what I'm going to pull out about this graph. There's something special about it that's very similar to the other graphs as well. You're right, cat. It's just me in the house, so I'm doing it. I'm trying my best. Only another little bit of time. But the win, and as that graph shows, if you were to run a gambling company on the internet, now I don't know about the rules, the regulations and the coding, but if I was going to code a gambling game on the internet, what I would do is I would make sure that when you first started you get a win, and then as you lose money you then get another win, and then you lose a bit more and you get another win. I would make sure you're always on the downward trajectory because we want to take your monies, but I'd make sure you felt like you were winning and that it's only another little bit of time before the next win. So this one's very interesting because initially there's a $45 win. It like goes well straight away. Oh, this is good. But then losing, chasing to the point where we've lost that 45 and we're now at minus 150. But you get a little 22 and then you lose, and then you get a little 22 and then you lose and lose. It goes up, maybe because you put money into the account, or maybe because you win some, although it records the wins and I'm not seeing the wins. It goes up here, maybe you got a win, or maybe you put money into the account, but then eventually lose. A few little wins on the way down to keep you hooked, but lose until you've lost all this money. And a lot of these graphs have a very similar sort of... that's the only one where he got the wins, the CryptoLogic. That's the only one where he got the wins, so I'm going to bin that one off because it's the anomaly out of all of them. This one in Revolution is very similar. Initially we're losing a bit, but we get a win and we get a win. And then there's this sort of regular pattern of win, but lose, but win, but lose, but win, but lose, but win, but lose. And that's what gambling's all about. That's why people get addicted to it. It's why companies that run the the bookies always win, you know, the casino always wins, because you feel like you're going to get that next win just around the corner, and it might just make up for those losses that you're chasing. But over a long period of time, everything goes into their pocket. And Alan falls victim to this exact pattern over and over. This one's a bit different. This is Matt Monroe, one of his other accounts, where he goes down, but he actually goes up into the positives. He's actually plus 100 here. He's had a $400 win, and he's now gambling with money that he's won. But sadly, it goes down into the losses. And just as he's down into the losses again, he gets a big win this time, $1,000. I don't know if you can take that out. I don't know if this drop here is where he takes the money out, whether he retrieves the money out of the system. But he continues to play, and his kitty continues to decrease until it eventually says minus 140, minus 200. So even the one where he won 1,000, he ended up minus 200. So somebody would have to explain if he can take money out, and if you think he did. Maybe he was sensible and took the money out, but it does look like he lost it. Okay, so now we've got another problem, right, with Alan's gambling addiction, is that we've got Scarlett. She accounts for another set of accounts. So for every one account Alan has on an app over the years, since 2008 we've got here, he's driven it into the ground, had a second account on the same app, driven that into the ground, and a third account called Matt Monroe. Matt Monroe comes up with another bunch of accounts which tragically fall into loss. So what we're saying is this pattern of behaviour from Alan is he will find a new poker app. This is back in the day, and it's changed over time. Now he's probably settled on one or two of the bigger poker apps like Sky Poker or 888, and probably just sticks with them now. But over the years, he's found a new app, and then he's opened an account and lost a lot of money. And then he's opened a second and third account and lost a lot of money. And then he's put the app away and opened a different app and then lost a lot of money, then opened a second account, and then a third account and lost a lot of money until he's put it away, and then he's moved on to another. It's a pattern of behaviour, and the amount of money that's being lost varies statistically and all this, but because there's 3 accounts, because each count roughly is £200 lost before he packs it in, and that takes 2 months, we're looking at £200, we're looking at £100 a month times 3, it's £300 a month minimum, and that's just in these statistics. We don't get to see some of these others that are opt-in, so there's some of them that I can't account for. Maybe there's other apps that aren't on this list. We don't know about the poker in live format, that, you know, when he goes on the holidays he loses a lot of money as well. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know about all his poker playing, but on these apps we've got a pattern, and he's fucking losing it hand over fist, and he's doing it 3 times. He's opening up second accounts so that he can bet more, and third accounts so he can get around the rules, and it's a terrible gambling addiction. Are you alright in chat? Is Ali? Who's Ali in chat? I don't know. I wasn't keeping up. Sorry. Keep an eye on it. Be nice to each other. So nobody's ever done anything wrong. Ali, it's not that, right? Judge lest ye be judged, are you saying? Okay, I'll take it on the chin. It's not that, Ali. I'm not grifting people for money on the internet. I'm not a malicious actor. So Alan's a bad person doing bad things. So it's not just that he's doing them himself and he's making mistakes and everyone makes mistakes. It's that Alan is a con man and a crook. So we're calling him out for his criminal, like almost, I would say nearly criminal behaviour. Like to take this money from these people and to, you know, grift them in this way and then to pour it into a gambling addiction is fucking awful. Like he should come out and talk about this in public before people give him money. That he's basically defrauding them in some way, I feel. And we have done things that are wrong. We admit to them and we'll own up to them, whereas Alan won't. So there's different, it's not like, you know, it's a kind of strange double standard to say that you can't say anything about other people because you yourself have done bad things. I mean, we can't add up who's the best one here. Like, that's never going to happen. I do think that I live a good life though, and I'm like honest and moral. And I do think, I mean, I don't know, something like veganism. We could debate whether because you kill and murder animals and eat them, like you're such a good chuffer, but we're not, okay? I'm not holding anyone to account for that. I'm just to make my own choices and do things my way. But in this, I will hold people to account. Like, this is bad. Like, In fact, in other ways with the veganism, you know, I just dropped that subtle message there, didn't I? But I don't know what I'm saying, really. I'm just saying that I think it's fine that I can talk about this and bring it into the light. I think it's fine that I can do that. And I don't think that because I've done something wrong in the past once. In fact, I don't think over my life I've done bad things like this. This is pretty bad. This is the culmination of Alan's legacy on the internet. He's pouring the money away in this way. Pouring it away. To this day. You know, this weekend, hundreds of pounds. Nancy pays it in, he pisses it away. It's a terrible, terrible shame that should be exposed, really. And there's all the evidence. Multiple accounts. We've seen it. Let's have a watch of some of these games then, because this is more fun than that mean aspect of it, holding him to account for his horrible ills. Gambling addiction is something that should be treated. I'd said before, let's treat it seriously as well. I said we've done an episode on it. So I'm not saying like, you know, haha, fuck you, you're an addict. I'm saying this is a serious problem that Alan's got and he needs it sorted. You know, this weekend he'd be better off going to rehab, for Christ's sake. So let's have a look at some of his poker play. We've got Alan's poker night. He thought in all his naivety that it'd be a good idea to start a channel to reveal his degeneracy. Because he's going to be sitting there playing poker anyway. Why doesn't he get paid for it? Why isn't he such a big chuffer? And then he realised after about 3 episodes that what he would be doing is showing how he pisses away hundreds and hundreds of pounds. And he thought better of it. But initially, this was his idea.
Okay, welcome to the first ever second of the Armchair Detective live poker. If there's anybody here, it doesn't matter because I'm playing anyway. It's Thanksgiving and Americans don't want me today.
It's Thanksgiving in America, so he hadn't got a show on because no one wanted to watch and they were all busy. So he thought he'd do his normal shit of pissing the money away, but he thought he'd do it live on the internet and start a channel with it. And he started, again, in classic Alan style, of bad quality. I don't know what it is that's bad. It will reveal itself. It will reveal itself, okay?
So I thought I'd start a poker channel. Now, I'm one of these players. Scarlet 7 on the right hand side. I'm Scarlet 7.
Scarlet 7?
Comment if you want to. There's my cursor, the white thing. There's my chips, 2,000 chips. Oh, this is fun. I don't know if anybody's watching. If you are.
So, first of all, what it strikes me as is he's using his daughter's name as his username on the thing, and he's revealing it in this one. He hasn't gone for an all-in-Vin account to do his stream with. And this, I don't know about these apps, but this doesn't look particularly good. It looks like you might be playing against bots. And remember what I said earlier about how those graphs go, and you're online and you're not in a casino, so how do you know you're not playing against a bot, essentially? And if I was running this game on the internet and I was, you know, creating and coding, I might just code in a couple of rules that say this person has to win, that person needs a win, it's time for this person to get fleeced.
I love being vegan.
Big ups, Kay.
Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thanks, vegan army. Vegan power. Yeah, so the